So the backlash against Elon Musk has been continuing to surge, and the protests against Tesla to get to Elon have been intensifying, continuing this past weekend as they have each weekend, and we'll have a look at that in this video and some of the ramifications. I am JJ, welcome back, let's get into it. So you can see this headline here: Elon Musk faces week of harsh setbacks amid Tesla sell-off and DOGE backlash. And that is the case. There's been a number of things that have been impacting Elon. Last week, if you were following my videos, you would have seen how Trump did a car ad in the White House driveway. Elon almost cried in an interview. There were a lot of events, but the protests keep coming, and what he's doing with Doge keeps going. And this headline: major brand worries. Just how toxic is Elon Musk for Tesla? Well, I think a lot of us know just how much that is. And it doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. Look at this tweet that he did this week, reposted, and then he deleted it because of the backlash against it. But, people are calling him a Nazi. And then he posts this: Stalin, Mao, and Hitler didn't murder millions of people. Their public sector workers did. Although technically true, these dictators in history, they ordered these things. It was their plan, their strategy. So what is he exactly saying here? Is it Holocaust denial? Incredible. Is it any wonder that the public is turning against him? He's saying, I'm not a neo-Nazi, not a fascist, but, things like this. It's just incredible, disgraceful. And then this, the lack of self-awareness again. He tweeted this: government is necessary because people left unchecked will do evil. The government is composed of people left unchecked. Now, this is from somebody who is now in the government, working with government, unchecked. And this is why people are protesting. He seems like he's unchecked. Trump's just letting him do what he wants. He's not elected. He's doing with Doge, dismantling the government. Doge, the dismantling of government by Elon, it seems. And so why is he posting things like this? It's just pure propaganda, pure gaslighting. And we have this too: the ratio won big time with 450,000 likes versus Doge designers having 16K, by the way. So this is an attempt at saying people actually do like Elon here. You see that graphic there of Elon Musk being the sun and the planets are Elon haters. And so what he's saying here is that so many people support him. And somebody reposted this. Can we give some opinion on this? And the number of people that dislike Elon, the Elon haters, so-called, was so much more than the supporters at this point. And this is on his own platform, so it's kind of hilarious and a bit sad. And we have, surveys, graphs like this. Americans' impression of Tesla is tanking among moderates, liberals, and the general population. So you can see on that graph, the red, the conservatives, it's actually gone up. So people with Trump, people who watch Fox News and, fall for Musk's propaganda here, it's actually gone up. But will they be the ones who are buying Teslas? Remains to be seen. I'm sure some will, just for the support, but a lot of people can't afford to buy a Tesla who are MAGA supporters. And we have moderates going down, general population going down, and liberals going way down. I think there's a big chunk of liberals watching my channel, my videos, so it's not surprising. I know, I see the comments. I've shown comments. I think I know the audience here knows exactly what Musk is about and are part of the protesting, or even online if we're not getting out there at the stores. And Fred Lampert from Electric says there's no line too far anymore. There are only two groups of people behind Elon at this point. One, those fully aligned with him politically, including with his neo-Nazi stuff. Two, those who are invested in him and for whom money is more important to them than morals. The Tesla influencers, his minions, his evangelicals are invested in Tesla. A lot of them only have one stock. They only have Tesla. They're all in. And it hasn't been going well lately, but they're kind of so far down the line, and they've followed Elon down this far right political path into MAGA, even into German far right politics. And this was retweeting, where's the line for Elon to cross, where his supporters finally say, whoa, okay, that's too far. Well, some of them seem to be going all the way and just in total denial about what's going on. By the way, if you're hearing piano in the background here, I'm going to persist with it. We've got piano practice, my son's piano practice at the same time, and pianos are pretty loud, but we'll persist with it anyway. If you can hear that in the background, or sometimes. Now the protests themselves, I'm going to show some protests. I'm going to show some signs. People are being pretty creative, both outside in the streets and online as well. Now this one in New Jersey, Springfield protest against Elon Musk's influence gains momentum. So look at all those people on the street there. It's just in one location. It's been gathering pace week by week. This one posted by Simon King. These are all on Blue Sky, by the way, or most of them are on Blue Sky rather than X, because I think they do get suppressed. Everybody knows Elon isn't about free speech when it comes to criticism about him or Tesla. He will suppress it. The algorithm boosts what he boosts. It's like a tree. He's at the top. When what he boosts gets promoted in the algorithm, that seems pretty obvious at this point. So things that are critical of him get buried. So Blue Sky is the place where this is all happening. I'm on Blue Sky, the Art of Value on Blue Sky. If you want to join me there, my YouTube channel has the link there. I'm on X as well to monitor what's going on over there, and it's because some of it's pretty crazy, but it's a horrible place to be. So Simon King says the freezing rain and strong winds didn't deter hundreds of protesters from speaking out against Elon Musk's fascist takeover of our government. This is the 5th week, every Saturday at 11 a.m. outside the Tesla dealership in Golden Valley. And there we have some signs there. People, making signs. We're going to have a look at a lot more signs that I haven't shown before that are new from this past weekend. And here we have about 1,000 people at this week's Tesla Takedown and others protest at Walnut Creek, California. Double last week's. Time to show up, folks. So that is what's happening. They're getting more and more week by week, and Elon isn't helping it by each week doing something more and more, getting people more and more angry. And this was on Blue Sky as well. Not sure why groups like Midas Touch aren't covering the millions of people around the nation who protested this weekend, but here's Fort Lauderdale's Tesla takedown. I'm sure Midas will be covering it. They probably just haven't got around to it. The weekend, as I'm videoing this, is not even over yet, so they're probably gathering. They do a lot of videos. I know that because we do share some of the same audience, although they're huge. They're like the biggest podcast in the world at this point, even bigger than Joe Rogan. So that's really something to see after the election. People looking for places other than mainstream TV, mainstream media. So it's good. So this is at Silicon Valley, Palo Alto, I believe, the home of these Silicon Valley billionaires where Elon Musk started. And so it's interesting to see what they've got to say. Mother Jones went out to interview some people on the street there. Let's have a listen.
The tech oligarchs have taken over.
Elon Musk and his whole DOGE coup, or whatever you want to call it.
Who the fuck is Elon Musk, and why is he in the White House?
I'm here in Palo Alto, California, the heart of the Silicon Valley, where protesters had just showed up in front of this Tesla dealership. I wanted to come and talk to people and see what the tech oligarch hometown had to say.
All of these tech companies that are really concentrated in Silicon Valley taking over critical government functions. And that has been happening for, over a decade now, but it's really come to a climax with Elon Musk basically being like a shadow president.
The community that they got rich off of is not going to put up with their BS, frankly. I'm here to stand up to DOGE, unelected bureaucrats, of course, as Elon has been spouting, when he, in fact, is an unelected bureaucrat.
Just the fact that we're using the word oligarch in this country every day now is super frightening. I was proud of living in Silicon Valley.
They want to kill anything that's going to get in their way of becoming complete oligarchs and taking over. We're exercising our freedom of speech as we have it now, and hopefully can continue to maintain it.
There is no perspective. There is no human aspect about the whole thing.
We're not actually preventing anybody from entering the storefront, but somebody driving by might think twice. well, if nobody likes these cars, or people are going to think I'm evil for driving one, maybe I won't go in and buy one. So I think that it has an actual material impact.
It's important that we're in the middle of Silicon Valley. There are people that have bought Teslas that are getting rid of them. And I think our voice lies with our protests and with our money.
These dealerships are all over the country. And so the communities all over the country can stand up against Elon Musk and Trump and what they're doing. But at least we have this one way that is in our communities that we can use as a point of resistance.
So I think that gives a good overview of what was happening there, what people are thinking in the homeland of Silicon Valley there. Meanwhile, in Washington, we've had some people protesting in their own way as well. Senator Mark Kelly ditching his Tesla, built and designed by an a-hole, he says. So Elon Musk called this senator a traitor last week. That was one of the things, you might have seen that. He went to Ukraine and Elon called him a traitor. This guy's a veteran. His years of service to the US, it was another absolutely incredible thing. Elon gaslighting and just being ridiculous. So, Mark Kelly had a Tesla car and he sold it. And this is what he had to say about it.
Hey folks, it's Mark Kelly here in Washington, driving to work for the last time in my Tesla. When I bought this thing, I didn't think it was going to become a political issue. Every time I get in this car in the last 60 days or so, it reminds me of just how much damage Elon Musk and Donald Trump is doing to our country. Talking about slashing Social Security, cutting healthcare benefits for poor people, for seniors. It's one bad thing after the next. He's firing veterans. I'm a veteran, so I have a really hard time driving around in this thing. So I think it's time for an upgrade today. So this is going to be my last trip in this car. There are some things I really liked about it. There are things I didn't like about it, but that doesn't matter. What matters is doing the right thing. I think it's time to get rid of it. Elon Musk kind of turned out to be an asshole, and I don't want to be driving the car built and designed by an asshole. So, looking forward to my new ride.
Now, if you're getting value out of this video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm to spread it to more people. It really does help. Thanks. So good on him for doing that, making a stand after being called a traitor and not liking Elon Musk anymore for obvious reasons. And then at the other extreme, we have this. We have Pam Bondi, the US Attorney General for Trump administration for MAGA, and this is what she has to say about the protest. Yes, the violent part of the protest, which, is illegal. They're really going after these people. Let's see what she has to say about this.
We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you. Wow. And if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
So they're really going hard against these people who have been committing violence against Tesla dealerships. 20 years and they have been going at it. But it hasn't stopped people. Look at this. Shooter fires at Tesla dealership in Oregon, the location's second such incident this month. So it's not good to see people shooting at dealerships. There could be people in there, even if it's the weekend. The Tesla Takedown protests are peaceful. I've said that in my videos. They had a statement after being called domestic terrorists by Trump. That's the dealership that was shot up there for the second time. And we had this with Valerie Costa, who Elon Musk attacked last week. She says, 6 days ago, the world's richest man falsely accused me of committing crimes for protesting Tesla. Today, I'm back outside a Tesla showroom in Seattle with 500 of my friends. So long as people continue to speak up, authoritarianism will fail. Again, protesting not illegal. Shooting up dealerships and the firebombing and that sort of thing, definitely. But the peaceful protesting, not illegal in the United States, at least not yet. Now, this headline, Elon Musk targeted me over Tesla protest. That proves our movement is working. So this is an article that she wrote for The Guardian last week as well, pointing that out, that Elon Musk attacked her, and that means it's working, that he is worried, and the stock price has been going down since the protest started, definitely. And so let's have a look at some of these protests. You see some signs there, people outside a Tesla store there, and we've got other forms of protest as well. I used to drive a Tesla, but it pulled to the right. That's kind of clever, and they're now driving a different EV. They didn't go to an ICE vehicle; they went to another EV, and there's a lot of competition, a lot of other brands out there with EVs too. Now, baby's first bumper sticker. So I guess this is a Tesla, and it's F Elon. And these are some of the signs that we've seen at protests that we haven't seen them before, that were just this past weekend. Elon Musk is not the fourth branch of government. That's a good one, because he's acting like it. Stop Musk steal. Fire Elon now. And fire Elon from government. And there's calls to fire Elon from Tesla as well. Heard there's a board meeting coming up where it's kind of an emergency board meeting. It'll be interesting what goes on there. And there's another one down there with Elon's face with a big red X on it. This is from John Cusack, the actor, who posted this. My other video today is about how Germany has really gone against Tesla, not buying Teslas anymore. A huge amount, over 90% of people say that they've gone off Tesla. And the reasons for that, the history of fascism there, not once but twice. It's not surprising. I don't know why Elon thinks that it's an okay thing to do at this point. Bill Burr's been talking about that. I've made a video about that, saying how is it that we have to say going down this path is a bad thing. And this a political cartoon, Pam Bondi won't like this one, but it's not encouraging violence of any kind. Political cartoons are what they are. It's a Statue of Liberty torching Tesla with the torch. It's kind of clever, I think. And this says it all. This Reddit poster says, redesign your truck, not our democracy. We're watching. So people are watching and acting. And this one really poignant too. I experienced this in Nazi Germany. It's sad, but it's not surprising that they are out there protesting, seeing how these things play out. And as Bill Burr said, we know where this path leads. How can people be fooled by this yet again? Another sign to ignore evil is to become an accomplice. That's why people are out on the street speaking up. Porsche, fast. Ferrari, faster. Tesla, fascist. Another pretty clever sign. I think that was pretty good. And this one here as well, which is poignant as well, I think, the Boston Tesla party. And Kim Kardashian drastically misreads room in new shoot with Tesla Cybertruck. So this is new. She must be getting paid by Tesla at this point. Each of her posts costs a huge amount of money. So Tesla says they don't, in the past, hasn't done advertising, but I'm sure they're paying Kim Kardashian. But as they say here, she's not reading the room. Look at this, a Tesla shoot with a Cybertruck while all the protests are going on. I mean, she's a billionaire herself, so, people are also sort of protesting against the billionaire class, the oligarchy, and she is one of them at this point, it has to be said. And this as well, the Tesla stock price has been going down. It's been sort of going up a little bit after Trump did his White House driveway sales pitch like a used car salesman with Elon. But will it last? I don't know. Well, this week's going to be interesting again. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to keep plummeting? And what do you think of the protests? Do you think that the pressure needs to stay on? And is it working? If people are being attacked in different ways by Elon, by part of the MAGA movement, by the Trump administration, is it working? Are they panicked here about what's going to happen? Because Tesla's share price, if it goes down, it has got a lot to do with Elon's wealth, so he's got to be worried about it. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a related video here. Do go and see that now if you want to. And also a subscribe link on screen. Do subscribe if you're not yet to get more of these kinds of videos in the very near future. I'm doing them daily. And also have a look at the join button. Join as a member if you want to do that to support independent media on a monthly basis. And for now, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.